Welcome to this series of videos for those of you interested in doing your grade 5 theory, also to prepare you for A-level music course. We need to know these key concepts and topics that I'll cover over a series of videos. And today we'll be looking at keys and key signatures and how to identify them, how to recognize them. And there's two methods that I'm going to show you. One being my method called the key caterpillar, and then in the next video we'll look at the more traditional method of the circle of fifth. Either one will work for you as long as you're able to work out the different keys and key signatures there are. Okay, so we'll start off with the key caterpillar. Now the key caterpillar has his little head over here, so we're going to draw his head, and in his head we'll have the first two letters of the word caterpillar, and that is C and A. So I'll have a big C over here and a little a. What I'm going to do as well is draw a little antenna for my caterpillar. So already we have our first two keys, C major, no sharps and flats, as well as this relative minor that I've written in lowercase and in a different color. That's A minor. So C major and A minor, they're related because they share the fact that they don't have any key signature. They have no sharps and flats. Now, my caterpillar, you can make it as chubby as you'd like your caterpillar to be. Obviously, it's going to grow into a beautiful musical butterfly because it has all the tools we need to make music. The caterpillar will have 7 segments, and I'm going to draw 7 segments now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm also going to put little legs on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Why is there only 7? It's because we only have 7 letter names in music. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay, so we only have those 7 notes to add any accidentals on, either some sharps and some flats. Now my caterpillar is going to be divided into 2. We have our sharp side and our flat side. So on the one side, on the right side, it's going to be all my keys with sharps, and then on my left side, it's going to be all my keys with flats. Now, how do we do this? We're going to have to work it out. So the word sharp has S-H-A-R-P. So that's 5 letters in the word sharp. So therefore, we're going to use that to work out all our sharp keys. So we're going to use 5. We're going to jump up 5 to work out those sharp keys. So let's just see how that works. Starting at C, if we count up 5 and start at C, C is 1, we'll go C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that will give us our first key with just 1 sharp. So G major has 1 sharp, and we worked out that by just counting up 5. Then starting at G, we'll count up another 5 to figure out our next key with 2 sharps. And that will be G, A, B, C, D. So D major has 2 sharps. We'll continue for our next key with 3 sharps. It's D, E, F, G, A. A major has 3 sharps. See if you can get there before me if you're watching this video. What would be the next key with 4 sharps? Counting up 5. A, B, C, D, E. That has 4. Next one with 5. E, F, G, A, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be B major with 5 sharps. B, C, D, E, F. Be F sharp major with 6 sharps. and then F, G, A, B, C. And C sharp major has 7 sharps. And I'll tell you in a second why they're F sharp and C sharp. But in a very short space of time, we have just figured out all our keys with sharps. It is G major has 1 sharp, D major has 2 sharps, A major has 3, E major has 4, B major has 5, F sharp major has 6, and C sharp major has 7. And those are all the notes we have. So we can't get have more than 7. Right. Now we need to figure out all the major keys with flats in it. So we have all the major keys with sharps. Now we have to figure out all the major keys with flats. Now the word flat has F, L, A, T. Those are 4 letters. Therefore, we're going to have to hop up 4 and count up 4 to figure out what our keys are with flats. Starting at C once more, we'll go C, D, E, F. C, D, E, F. So F major has 1 flat. And we'll continue. From now on, it will all be flats. But again, as F sharp and C sharp, I will tell you in a second why that is. So F, G, A, B flat major has 2 flats. E flat major has 3. I'm just counting up 4. E, F, G, A flat major has 4. A, B, C, D flat major has 5. D, E, F, G flat major has 6. And then finally, C flat major has 7. Okay. Those are all your major keys you need to know. In fact, it's all the major keys. So we have 1 key, C major, which has no sharps and flats. And then we have 7 major keys with sharps. And we have 7 major keys with flats. Now that's all well and good. We know that if we're looking at a caterpillar now and we've worked it all out, we say, well, which key has 4 sharps? We'll look at, well, 4 sharps. That'll be E major. Well, it doesn't stop there. That's not going to give us the key signature. We can recognize if we see a piece of music with 4 sharps, and we'll say, well, that could be E major. But we need to know what those sharps are. So there's a way of learning your order of sharps, and it's a saying. It's a very old saying, but I quite like it. So the saying is, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. Okay. So you have to learn the saying, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. And what that tells us is the order of the sharps. So F, C, G, D, A, E, and B are the order of the sharps. And how does that help us? Well, if we look at G major has 1 sharp. So therefore the sharp is F, Father. If we look at B major has 5 sharps, and the sharps are F, C, G, D, and A. Father Charles goes down and. Okay, so hopefully you see how that works. So we have now the number of sharps the major key has, but also the order of those sharps and what those sharps are, which is fantastic. Now, the wonderful thing Father Charles is that if we reverse it, that would be the order of the flats. That's why I use it. That's why I like it. So if we just go in reverse battle, we start at battle. Battle ends and down goes Charles's father. It's ever so sad. Battle ends and down goes Charles's father, and that's the order of our flats. B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, how does this work? If we're looking at E flat major, we know from our caterpillar now that E flat major has 3 flats. Those flats are B, E, and A. F major has 1 flat, and that's B flat. So we not only do we have all our major keys, our sharps and flats, we know how many sharps and flats there are in each major key. We also now know what those sharps or flats are and the order of it. It has to be in that order. That's the order of the sharps, Father Charles, and that's the order of the flats. Battle ends. Now it doesn't end here. Our caterpillar is nearly finished, but you probably recognize that we had a relative minor for C major when we were at the start. That means the relative is they share the same key signatures. So A minor shares the same no sharps and flats as C major. Now we have to do the same for all our other keys. And the way to do this is we can count up 5 from A and then it will work out. But I always like to work out your relative minor from your major. And the way you do that is that you will just sort of minus 4 minor or minus 3. Okay? I'm going to put that in a little box over there at the bottom. So minus 3, that means you sort of count backwards. So if we go from G, I'll use my letter names of here, G, F, E. We start on G, so 1, 2, 3. So we're going down 3, and that means E minor is my relative minor for G major. So E minor and G major, they share the same key signature, which is 1 sharp, and that sharp is F. Okay? So let's do it for the others. D, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F, E, D sharp, and then C, B, A sharp. Okay, now I told you that I was going to tell you why certain keys have accidentals, like do we have F sharp minor and F sharp major. Why do they have that? The reason being is if we look at F sharp minor, which is the relative minor of A major has 3 sharps and one of those sharps is an F. Okay, so you can't just call it F minor because it has an F sharp in the key signature, so it has to be F sharp minor. In the same way, C sharp minor, there's a C sharp in the key signature. G sharp minor, there's a G sharp in the key signature. F sharp major, there's an F sharp in the key signature. D sharp minor, there's a D sharp in the key signature, and so on. And the same applies for your flats. We're going to minus 3, so F, E, D, B flat, A, G, E, D, C, A, G, F, B flat, E flat, and A flat. So again, why is it E flat major? Why is it not just E major? Reason being, E flat major has 3 flats. It's B, E, A, so one of those flats is E flat. One of those flats is E flat, so it has to be called E flat major. So there you have it, people. That's the key caterpillar. What is the key caterpillar telling us? It's telling us all the major and the minor keys in the world. Actually, for Western classical music, those are all the major and minor keys. Also, the order of the sharps and the flats and how many sharps and flats there are in each key. We have 15 major keys and 15 relative minor keys. Okay, and in the next video, we'll look at the more traditional way of the circle of fifths. Thanks for listening.